Flashing blade. Important runs for the Afghanistanis. These are kind of shots that you could expect from the tail enders. Important runs. There's nothing much you can do as a bowler, as a captain, to set a field for that kind of a boundary. A very healthy edge, and it runs away for a boundary. Here we go. But these are valuable runs. There are very much valuable runs for Afghanistan. Charmika will be disappointed. 2 for 32. Bowling his 9th over. Khalil on strike. It's a very crucial over. Charmika started off well. You need to make sure that he's finishing things off well, just to set the right tone. Coming into this second game in this tri-series for Sri Lanka A. Charmika was not part of that opening game against India A team. This Talent TV A team Tri-Nation One-Day Series. But so far, coming into this second game for Sri Lanka A, he has done a good job, a tremendous job. Oh, a swing. Well, that missed. The leg stump by a very small margin. So far, so good from Charmika. There you go, opening up his thumbs, throwing the kitchen sink. Well, if that had connected, probably might have disappeared into the skies. That kind of a vile swing that was. Well, with 3 deliveries left, I'm pretty sure that he's going to throw his bat at every single delivery. 245 on the board. Can they get to 250? Oh, the lap comes out. What a catch that was by Niroshan Dikwalla. He was flying like a bird to grab that. Brilliantly taken. Yeah, what a fitting end to this innings. The perspective of Sri Lanka A. Niroshan Dikwalla takes an absolute stunner to wrap things up here at Double International Cricket Stadium. Sri Lanka A restricting Afghanistan A for just 245. Let's have a look at this last one. There we go. The idea was right, the execution almost perfect, but not quite to get it over the head of Niroshan Dikwalla behind this stumps. A good grab from Dikwalla. And with that, the innings comes to an end here at Double International Stadium. Afghanistan, they'll be pretty disappointed with these efforts. I mean, especially in those middle overs, they lost the control a bit, and especially in the last 10 overs as well. They would feel like they could have added at least another 30 to 35 runs to this total, because that's how good they were when it comes to a certain stage in this innings. And Sri Lankan bowlers didn't give up in those middle overs, especially in the last 10 overs. They bowled with good discipline. Yes, there were phases where Afghanistan batters took control of the game, especially in the first 20 to 25 overs. They were in control. And having a look at Afghanistan A batting lineup, it was Hassan who top scored for Afghanistan with 46 or 48 deliveries. And Bahir, once again, amongst the runs, 44 or 46. And a couple of 30s for Safi and Ishaq as well. So in 49.4 overs, Afghanistan finishing things off with 245 runs. Having a look at the bowling performances, Charmika Gunasekar and the standard performer coming into this second game for Sri Lanka A. 8.4 overs, 3 wickets for 32 runs and a couple of wickets each for Mathulan and Viskant, and 1 wicket apiece for Banuja and Sahan Arachi as well. So 245 for the loss of 10 wickets in 49.4 overs. Right, so let's have a look at the highlights of this innings of Afghanistan A. They started off well, as I mentioned earlier. The first 15 to 20 overs. They were in control of this game with runs coming in nicely. They scored over 50 runs without losing a wicket in the first 10 overs, and the power play certainly belonged to them. And the perfect platform was set by the two openers, Imran Mir, the captain, and Hassan Ezekiel, who batted absolutely brilliantly today as well. 46 of 48 deliveries with 7 boundaries to his name. He played some really good shots all around the park, and this was Mathulan with the breakthrough down towards Shiraz at the third. And from there onwards, Khalid Taniwal came in well before Wiskant got the breakthrough of Hassan Ezekiel. And then the rain came in, slight drizzles, passing clouds. We got those interruptions a couple of times, if I'm not mistaken. And this was the round of Ahad Wickramasinghe, who did absolutely brilliantly to get the throw right into the right end. And then it was Bahir Shah who absolutely looked batting absolutely easy out there in the middle. 44 of 46 for Bahir Shah, carrying his top form from the game against India as well. Wiskant was absolutely brilliant today, especially in those middle overs. We talked about this earlier as well. Wiskant at 10 overs, 37 runs, they got a couple of wickets as well. So especially at the back end of the innings, Sri Lankan bowlers took control of the game. The spinners, Wanu Chasan was absolutely brilliant. Wiskant, as I mentioned earlier, was a key performer. And then Chamika Gunasekara just finished things off, bowling 8.4 overs and picking up 3 wickets to be the top wicket taker for Sri Lanka A, as he picked up 3 wickets for 32 runs. And Digvalla with an absolute stunner to wrap things up in the innings for Afghanistan A. So 245 all out Afghanistan A in this Talent TV A-Team Tri-Nation One-Day Series 2026. Sri Lanka A versus Afghanistan A, match number 3, and Sri Lanka A, when they come into bat after the short break, they will need 246 runs from 300 deliveries. So we'll take a short break and we'll be back with the run chase for Sri Lanka A from the picturesque Double International Cricket Stadium.
Thanks, Anand.
अन्नू कहिए ना
अन्नू भैया
नहीं सिर्फ अन्नू
अन्नू भैया
सरकारी कर्मचारी के लिए नवनिर्माण आवास योजना आई है। आसान किस्तों में घर मिल
No edited content for
Subscribe this channel for more. Like and subscribe.
वो टूट जाते हैं, लेकर जिंदगी के सिक्कों की खनक आ रही है, नए किस्सों की गुल्लक। इंडियन आइडल के मंच पर